Have you ever thought about buying an electric bike? Well, I'm trialling this gin bike, as in gin and tonic. It is a lot of fun. This is a gin bike. Hi folks, I'm Andrew, and in this video I'm taking a look at this electric bike by Gin, and I think that it looks pretty stylish. I've got a few questions to ask myself about this bike. I'm just really interested in what can it do for me, how does it work, and is it any good? So first of all, let's just take a look at it. I think that it does look pretty cool. The bike frame comes in just one size, so it's designed to fit all, and then you adjust it for your own height with the adjustable seat post, fully down to fully up. And me being 6'3" or 191 centimetres, I need it on the maximum, and that gives me just about the right geometry to ride. The bike is manufactured from aluminium. You can see here the welding. If you have a look at these welds, they haven't filed this down or smoothed it down, which doesn't really add too much to its aesthetic. It's a fairly practical weld. The drivetrain consists of flat pedals and a 7-speed Shimano SIS gear changing system, and that seems to work pretty well. But I have noticed, just even riding up here, that I didn't really change gear very much, particularly when you have the power at a high setting. You're going too fast to have anything other than the smallest gear. So I think the gear ratio is going to be more applicable when you're going up hills or when you have a lower power setting and you're relying on your own power production and you're going to need that gear assistance. I've got loads of bikes. Most of them are made from carbon fibre. And when I heard that this bike weighed 19 kilograms, I sort of sucked my teeth a little bit and thought, wow, that is heavy. But you know what? It isn't that heavy, particularly when you consider that it's an electric bike and it's made from a strong aluminium frame. You can pick it up very easily. One of the cool features I like about the bike is the kickstand. It's on the rear chainstay, very easy to operate. It does the job and it holds the bike up. I'm going to take you for a ride around here. This is Mousehold Heath. It's fairly undulating. It's off-road, so hopefully that this will be putting the battery and the power system to the test. Thought I'd just get used to riding the bike initially. So I've put the power setting down to 1. The bike feels pretty comfortable. It's got a good suspension system on it. The tyres are gripping the surface really well. Takes all the roots and the ruts in its stride. Nice and robust. It feels really sort of assured. Okay, now I'm going to turn the power up a little bit. Let's go there. Up to level 3. Just cruising along. As long as I turn the pedals, I'm getting about 13 miles per hour out of it. Right, here's a little hill. See how it performs going up here. That's absolutely fine. Going up here at 10 miles per hour on level 3. Let's turn the power up. Wow, going up here at 16 miles per hour. See how it copes with coming up here. Sort of gravel surface, lots of roots, debris. Right, it's starting to struggle a little bit, but I'm not. Putting some power in. Oh, as soon as we're off the gradient, yeah, battery recovers. One of the tests that I want to do is check these hydraulic brakes and see if they're any good, because if you're going along using this amount of power, you need to be able to stop pretty quickly. So let's have a look at that. Oh, well, yeah, that was pretty good. Let's try it again. What I'd like to do now is, from a standing start across this open field, let's just see how quick I can get in a distance of about 150 metres. So I'll put the setting onto level 5, the maximum power, and let's see how we go. What was that, about 16.4 miles per hour in the distance of 100 metres. That's pretty rapid acceleration. Incredible. Another cool thing is the accessory of the rack. That is something extra that you have to buy, and it comes in at £49.99. Well, there's certainly plenty of good things about this e-bike, but are there any bad points or things that I don't particularly like? Well, there are, unfortunately, 3 things. First of all, the motor. This is not a stealth bike. The motor is something that I became really conscious of after a short period. It really is quite whiny and you can hear it. The second thing that I don't like and is a bit irritating is the plug on the recharging system, which very strangely comes with this 2-pin plug. So that means that you either have to plug it into one of those shaver adapters, or you're going to have to buy a dedicated adapter, which is a bit odd considering that this bike is being sold in the UK. And thirdly, my last point that I'm a little bit concerned about is to do with removing the rear wheel if you suffer a puncture. The front wheel is all right because it has a quick release skewer. However, the rear wheel is bolted in place, so you're going to have to carry a tool for that. You're also going to have to consider the fact that the electrical cabling is routing through the core of the through axle. So there you have it, folks. The Gin electric e-bike. I think that it's a very good general purpose all-rounder, and at £999 for this model, I think that that is definitely worth considering. And the big question is, would I buy this bike? Well, when the time comes that I want an electric bike, I do think that this will be on my shortlist. Thanks ever so much for watching this review. If you've stayed with the video this long, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks very much. Bye for now.